Hello people who tolerate me, Ray here, and today we're going to try something different. I wonder if I've said that before. The title of today's vlog is called Dreams. And I feel like that would be too general a title, but if I do more dream videos, which I feel like I will, we'll get more specific later on. So I was just sitting in my easy chair trying to think about what I could vlog about, what would be interesting. And then I remembered, like, every time I tell people about my dreams, they find it to be one of like the most crazy, interesting things they've ever heard. And like they tell me like, go write a book about it, everyone's gonna read it or something. I'm like, well, why don't I just make a vlog about it? So I'm gonna tell you this dream I had a long time ago, but I've remembered it so much because it was very detailed. I have a very photographic memory, even of my dreams. So when I remember it a lot. And I've told this dream over and over so many times that it's just ingrained itself in my head. So here we go. So it all begins in my old house, which is by the lake. And at the time we were selling the house. So in the dream, we were selling the house. However, the realtor was Donkey Kong with a bright red and yellow striped tie. But we were looking into buying a tree house, which was not far from my actual house. So it was like a really big tree house, high ceilings and everything. And so the Donkey Kong realtor was showing my parents around, and I was exploring and I found that underneath the staircase in the tree house there was like this portal. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So I went inside, and then all of a sudden I was in a different universe and everything, and I was in a hospital. It was an animal hospital. This purple kangaroo, which was apparently like the boss doctor, came up to me, and she was wearing, you know, a doctor's suit and a stethoscope. So she was dressed up like a real doctor, and this purple kangaroo just came up to me and was like, here, why are you so late? And she was starting to get mad at me, and she threw me a doctor's coat, and she said, put this on and hurry up. And so she was really rude, and she hopped away. And then this red fox came up to me, and he was standing on two legs, and he was also wearing a doctor's uniform and everything. He's like, you're gonna have to pardon her, she's really crabby these days. So I put on the suit and I was walking around, and he's like, well, since you're new here, I'm gonna show you how we help all the patients. So there were no separated rooms. They're just like this kind of like a huge gymnasium, and all the beds were right next to each other, and all the beds had patients in them. And he said, all we do to help the patients is there's a button at the end of each bed, and all you have to do is push it, and then the patients are cured. I'm like, wow, that's really easy. So we just went around pushing the buttons. A lot of the patients in the hospital started to complain because of how the purple kangaroo was handling things. So the fox and I went over to the purple kangaroo to, none of them had names, to tell all the patients' complaints. So we were saying stuff like, oh, the patients are complaining about not getting enough meals and things, and especially the giant babies, which apparently I knew all about it in the dream. But there were these giant babies almost as big as a normal bedroom, and there were two of them because they were twins. And we were saying like, they're complaining about not getting enough food, and the purple kangaroo is like, that's nonsense. We give them like 10 gallons of milk every day. We're totally fine. But anyway, so the entire hospital was rebelling against the purple kangaroo, and the purple kangaroo is like, you know what, this is enough. And then she didn't want to improve on anything, so the whole hospital was like, okay, we're gonna leave. So since everyone was better, we just went around pushing all the buttons, and everyone was leaving with us. So there's this trail of just animals, different colors, all bipedal, and the giant babies were following us too, and everyone was walking out of the hospital, and the purple kangaroo was furious. So she started chasing us, and she had a team of swine. There were all these pigs, bipedal pigs, dressed up in like SWAT costumes. And they all piled into this huge like armored van, black armored van, and started chasing us. So of course we had to start running. So we were running, and we ran along. There was a sidewalk on the side of the highway, so we were running along that, and then luckily there was traffic. So the purple kangaroo and all her SWAT swines got stuck in the traffic. So we were like, oh yeah, we're winning. So we ran out, and then all the people came out, and they started chasing us, and so everyone was running, and I saw a portal at the end of the highway sidewalk. So all I remember was jumping through it. None of the other animals jumped through it with me, and I don't know what happened to them. I was just jumping through the portal. I came out back into the treehouse where I came in, and the last thing I remember before I woke up was my dad telling me, "Rachel, we bought the house." And it was the weirdest dream. I remember I've read dreaming books, and you know, they interpret animals being your dreams and chasing, but it's just the most bizarre dream or at least one of the most bizarre dreams I've ever had. So yeah, that was my dream. I actually have every intention of making more dream videos, so I'll have to come up with some different titles. But I remember a lot of my dreams, and when I remember a really interesting one, I'll be sure to vlog about it. Tell me what you guys think about that dream, please. I swear I wasn't making it up. On my honor, whatever. I wasn't making it up. I don't know if I could make up something that crazy without having taken drugs, and I don't take drugs. So, bye! I hope you guys have a great day and maybe some great dreams. Tell me about them. And then these swine SWAT. Donkey Kong just swung away on a vine nearby or something, and he carved his name into our tree, which really, really bugged me.